I think it's wise to pay attention to what's going on to our electronics in this country and globally. Electronics and everything. Here in this country, it's no secret you can flip a lot of things over and it says made in China on them. And you have your people out there that consume those products and then want to step up and try to deny it. When there's no denying that this has been ongoing for a long time, decades, as China's been stealing intellectual property rights left and right. They are known as the knockoff kings of the world. How is that acceptable? Well, by the people it's not, but by individuals that control people out here, world leaders, so to speak, it's fine. Because all it is in their eyes is a control mechanism of controlling the masses. That's all they really care about. The rest is a puppet show. When you adapt to seeing that and your discernment gets to that level, when you can look at these news articles on a daily basis, this real-life soap opera here on the world stage, the truth starts to bleed out more and more. You start to see that a lot of these world leaders seem to have a lot in common. They seem to be having a lot of meetings, actually get along pretty good. And in terms of controlling the people, they have a whole lot more in common than they ever do against one another. So when I see this, and I see what's happened with the IMF, allowing China to get into the basket, allowing them to continue to rise, they're setting the stage for this to happen. They're allowing this to happen globally. You've heard the talk of what happens one day when all the Chinese products that have a chip in them, some switch gets flipped and they all shut off. What happens if they have back doors in products? Well, they do. They've caught them. That's another reason this whole thing with their big Huawei, however you pronounce it, company, is ongoing, with now China threatening to pull out of Silicon Valley. That would escalate the trade war into a tech war, big time. But is that the real deal? Is it what's really going on here? Because they always seem to say these things here on the forefront, but behind the curtain, they seem to be standing there together, whispering. I'm here to tell all of you that can hear my voice, you better realize that there are men out here that dress nice, that talk real good, that know that you want to hear certain things, and they're going to tell you what you want to hear to get you to like them, to buy into them, into the rest of their agendas. If they can just get the hook set in you, then it doesn't matter if they pop off with dozens of things that you may not agree with, but they've already got you, and it's going to take a long time, especially if they've hooked you, to get you off that hook, especially if they've pitted the person you like against someone that they've gotten you to absolutely hate. So therefore, all the time when your hate builds toward, let's go back to the last election, for some people it was Hillary, you would then say, okay, so I'm going to vote for Trump because I hate Hillary that much. That's just one example. Now, if they control everybody that's on the stage, it doesn't matter in the end which one you end up with when they control them all. And that's what we've been trying to tell you for the longest time. And it's not just like that here in America. It's like that here globally. And when you realize that they all bow down to the fallen ones, it all becomes clear. They're here. Some of you just keep making excuses, fall back asleep, go tune back into your TV that they control to get all your information, and then wonder why you're confused. The fallen ones, they landed on Mount Hermon, they came into the women of this planet, and they bored giants called the Nephilim. It's why they flooded this place out. It's why the next time it'll be by fire. And they're still here. And it is who they worship. It is who gives them their power and the seat that they sit in. Do not forget it. And you can never say no one ever came along and told you. You can deny it all you want. This has been Dabu 7, and this is Killuminati.